So in today's video we will be learning how to make a map like this. We will add a collision to our map so that the player cannot go out of bounds. We're gonna add some objects to our map, as well as we're going to learn how to paint the ground automatically with different tiles. So if you want to learn how to make a map like this, stay tuned and watch the full video. So today we are going to make a new map in tiled editor, and we will gonna start from scratch. So you see that I have prepared an image with my tiles that you can download on internet, for example, or make it yourself. So we will start with making a new tile set. So I'm gonna press a button, new tile set. There I'm gonna print a name for my tile set. And here I'm gonna select my image. And you see here you can adjust your tile set pixel width and heights. I have at 64 by 64 pixels, so one tile is 64 by 64. And I'm gonna press Save As. And I'm gonna save it as a JSON file. So here you select JSON tile set files, and here you select, you print the JSON extension. So now you can see that each tile is passed correctly if you set the correct dimensions for the tile. And now what we are going to do is we are going to add collisions to our tile. The easiest way to do it is to click this button. It detects collision automatically by the size of your, by the content of your tile. So, for example, for big tile, you can see it detects the whole tile on the right. And for the small tile, if I press this button, it detects again like the bounds of the image. But you can drag it as you wish. If you don't like the result by automatic collision, you can resize it yourself. And now I'm going to add collision on each tile to use it later in our map. You see that you have some other collision instruments, like using the triangle or the polygon and so on. So I'm gonna add collision to each tile. And now I'm gonna save it. And now we are ready to create our map. So I will press a file, new map. Here you can select the parameters that are fitting for you. I'm gonna select base 64 for the JSON. And our map will be 10 tiles by 10 tiles. You can see that tile size is again 64 by 64 pixels, and everything seems to be correct. I'm going to create it and I'm going to save it. Again, here I'm going to print JSON. For example, map JSON, and I'm going to save it. So first thing we're going to do with our map is to fill it with our ground. You can see that I have multiple ground tiles, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill the whole map with tiles by randomizing. So I'm gonna select all the tiles by holding Shift or Control. Here I'm gonna select the background paint instrument, and you can see that if I select a random and I'm gonna slide my mouse, you can see that I have different image. So if I like it, I just click the left button and voila, we have a whole map with different tiles. I'm gonna save it. So next one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add bounds to our map. For that, I'm gonna create another layer by clicking right click here and new tile layer. I'm gonna name it as an decoration layer, and now I'm going to add bounce to our map. I'm clicking on any tile that has bounce and just start stamping like this. In order to do this, you should select the stamp tool. In order to rotate a tile, you can press Z or X. And now we have a whole map in our bounce. You can see that the dotted line that represents the bounce, it is all over our map. Another thing you need to know, if you accidentally close the tile sets here or any other menu, you just click View, Views and Toolbars and select it here again. For example, I closed tile sets accidentally and I press it here and it appears here again. So now you can add some decorations in the decoration layer even without the hitboxes. For example, I'm gonna add this table. I'm gonna add this object. I'm gonna add some flags, for example. Yeah, like this. And for example, like this. Yeah. Another thing that you probably will use if you're using Flame or Bonfire in Flutter, you're gonna add an objects layer here. And I will call it object layer. So object layer represents any dynamic objects that you will handle in your code directly. I will just cover how to add objects. So you should press here and you may name an object as you want. For example, I'm gonna name it Bonfire. And what I'm going to do, I'm gonna adjust its width and height to match my tile size. Yeah, so like this. And you will see how it will look like in game later. So what we've learned today is how to make a map, and now I'm gonna compile it and show you how it will look like in game. So now you see how our map looks like in the Bonfire engine after I compiled it. So here you can see two bonfires that were represented as objects in our tiled editor. If you want to know how to handle them in code and so on, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel. So yeah, here we are, and you can see that our player cannot go out of bounds. So it has collision with the bounce that we added in our map. Thank you for watching, guys. Today we learned how to make a simple map in tiled editor. Have a great day and goodbye.